So, researchers rely on taking photographs of just one part of their body, the part that breaks the water first when they breathe and enters the water last, their dorsal fin. If you take a look at these dolphin dorsal fins, you might notice they all look a little different. For example, the one closest to me is Spinnaker, and he has the most white on his dorsal fin, whereas the others might have different shapes or sizes. Some even have spines on their dorsal fins, and all of these little differences help researchers to tell individuals from each other.
I got it.
Right up there in the open to take photos. Well, we know a little bit more about this species, but let's look at its role in the food web. Now, food webs are made up of predators and prey, so we'll start with the predator side of things first. If you get the opportunity to look inside the mouth of one of these dolphins, you might notice they have a lot of teeth. Red-headed dolphins, they have about 100 to 120 very small but sharp cone-shaped teeth. And these teeth are perfectly squid. But what they're not designed for is chewing. You might have noticed that the dolphins are swallowing their pool. Well, not for swallow for small fish and squid, but dolphins. If you were lucky enough to catch them, do they actually swallow their whole? They're not really actually good fish in there. What they are doing is showing us what they would do with a bigger fish. By holding it in their teeth and shaking their head back and forth, they rip that fish into nice bite-sized pieces. Well, dolphins make fantastic predators, but they're not at the top of the food chain. They have predators of their own to be aware of. Now, one way to protect themselves is to camouflage or hide, and they have a form of coloration called countershading that allows them to camouflage. You might notice there that these dolphins have a dark back and a white belly. Again, this is called countershading, but it doesn't work. Well, if you're looking down on them right now, you can't really see them until it pops up to the surface. Because their dark back is blending into the dark ocean below. But if you are looking up at a dolphin, then the white belly, it blends in with the white sky above. So no matter which way you're looking at a dolphin, they're always very well blended into their surroundings. But this camouflage is not perfect. They still fall prey to a few major predators out there. And maybe you can help me out and guess what they are. Do you know what they are? Just yell out loud. The first one I'm thinking of, big, black, and white, closely related to them. That's right. But what Spinnaker rings around the habitat? This is
on the
one way
swimming
they
pool.
protect themselves from a killer whale.
Oh.
They can reach speeds of up to about 35 kilometers an hour, so they can try to outswim a killer whale, but they can also use their quick turns and their acrobatics to outmaneuver a bigger, bulkier killer whale. Now, the next major predator is one of the top predators in the ocean. Known for having a lot of teeth. Sharks, that's right. Now, if they come across a shark, they use very different tactics. They actually try to defend themselves with a few parts of their body. And the first is the front of their face. It's called their rostrum. Now, what are they going to do when they meet up with a shark? Well, we're going to show you with the example. So, we'll pretend that's a shark for a minute. What do the dolphins do? They ram it. That rostrum, wow, is about as hard as a baseball bat. And as you can see, they use a lot of force. So if that was a shark, it would probably do quite a bit of damage. But the other end of their body is also a very powerful weapon, and they can use their teeth. Now those can swipe at a shark and again try to do some damage or at least deter that shark from having dolphins for dinner. Well, even with killer whales and sharks out there, though, dolphins do have even greater threats that they have to be aware of. You just need to look to your left and look to your right. You are surrounded by them. People. We cause a lot of trouble for dolphins, specifically our garbage ending up in their oceans, known as marine debris. And these three dolphins, they know about marine debris firsthand. They're all rescued animals. Spinnaker, Helen, and Hannah were all entangled in a fishing net off the coast of Japan. And if you look at Spinnaker, he does have some scarring on the side of his body. And you might have noticed that our dolphin, Helen, has much smaller pectoral flippers than the others because of the injury she sustained. But these animals, they were very lucky. They were found in time, they were rescued and rehabilitated. And It's as easy as just being more careful with our garbage, making sure it always ends up in the garbage for recycling, and maybe picking up other people's litter to try to keep the ocean as